Thank you all for coming here today to mark the 140th anniversary of the Town Hall. It is a building that has stood at the heart of Calne since 1886, and it continues to do so because of the people who care for it every day. I want to thank those who look after the building, including Phil and Guy, whose work is constant, often unseen, but always necessary. Their efforts to keep the Town Hall safe, welcoming and in good order, and the recent renovation of the bar is a good example of the pride that they take in the building. When the Town Hall opened in 1886, it was a result of years of debate, redesign and determination. The council at the time argued over its location, its cost and even its purpose. But they understood that Cllr needed a building that expressed confidence in the future. Since then, it has hosted mayor makings, public meetings, concerts, celebrations, charity events and moments of real civic importance. The most important, obviously, being when I was elected mayor. On a more serious note, it has been a courtroom, a place of gathering and a place for decision making. It has shaped the life of the town in ways that continue today. I remember my first Amenities and Facilities Committee meeting very clearly. There was a long discussion about the works that the Town Hall needed, and it was obvious that that need had been recognised for a long time. What appeared to be missing was the readiness to commit funds. To me, the choice was simple. We are stewards of the listed building, and we have a duty to care for it properly. My comments during that meeting prompted Councillor Marshall to accept officer recommendations and propose that we allocated £116,000 for the repair of the Town Hall clock tower and associated works. I was very happy to associate myself with these works by seconding the motion. Supporting essential work on our historic buildings is something that I continue to do, not only because they are our responsibility, but they are part of our identity as a town, and they are jewels in Calne's crown. The Town Hall has changed over time, but its purpose has remained constant. It is a place where the town gathers, where decisions are made, and where our civic story continues. When it was built, it was funded through a public subscription supported by the people of Calne, alongside generous contributions from leading figures, including Lord Lansdowne and Thomas Harris. Families, businesses and patrons all played their part because they believed the town deserved a building that reflected its pride and ambition. I believe that shared belief and commitment remains. One of the quirks of the building is the clock tower. The tower was added to enhance the building's presence on the Strand, but its placement and internal structure were never part of the original layout. It was a late addition to the design, agreed after substantial buildings works had already commenced. That may well explain why it's so difficult to access today. The mayors of the 19th century faced challenges that feel familiar even now. They debated sanitation, public health, elections, markets, and the cost of improvement. They struggled at times, but they kept going because they believed in Calne. We stand in the same building that they fought to create, and we honour their efforts by looking after it well. The responsibility they share is the same responsibility we hold today. As we celebrate the anniversary, I want to thank everyone who continues that work today. The Town Hall is more than bricks and timber. It is a symbol of our shared life. It remains strong because people care for it with pride and dedication. Thank you, and I am hopeful that we'll return in September to unveil a blue plaque in honour of the community who built this Town Hall, the centre of civic life.